Everybody come here, gather around this fire. Let me tell y'all something I ain't told y'all before. Y'all remember Big Dick Randy? Yeah. All right, well, I left out a story about him that I want to share it with y'all, man. That nigga's ruthless. Like, he loves coming out on major holidays, but y'all know his favorite's Halloween. But this event right here is just haunted me and haunted me and haunted me to this day. Years later, I thought I was safe. I thought I could just go to a party with my friends at my college and just chill, get some candy. Shit, but I guess not. This gonna be one of them ones, so everybody make sure y'all listening to what I'm saying. Okay, fast forward 2021, he tried to murder me. I was at a party at my damn university. Man, it's Halloween night, and everybody masked up, strapped up. You would think we was taking place in a burglary. Fine shit with me, her booty natural, ain't no BBL. I had put cologne all in my drawers in case my pee-pee smell. Got hella niggas with me, we all ready for a fun night. Ain't no way that something crazy happens to our fun, right? Man, it's the first Halloween that I've been out since Big Dick Randy. But I heard there's a party, so I'm there, and I want candy. I had text my girl and niggas, I'm like, guys, I don't know. They said Randy's long gone, get ready, we gotta go. So that's why I'm at the party, no more reminiscing. When I saw this big monkey nigga staring in the distance, had the tracksuit, had the shoes, man, he had it all. I was just hoping it was a nigga that played basketball. He was kinda tall, 7 foot, I don't know, I was stressing. Grabbed my girl and all my niggas started heading to the exit. I heard a deep voice, yeah, boy, where you going? I felt every ounce of life leave my body, I was frozen. Like, nigga, why the fuck you back? And why are you so big and black? And why the fuck are you in a tracksuit and you don't even run no track? Man, you know why I'm back, nigga. It's a holiday, I'm about to have my fun with you in a lot of ways. Hell no, not this again. We started running, bodies everywhere. If I knew he was coming back, I would've shot him everywhere. Stepping over cheeks like in the gaps, like it's a ladder drill. Doo-dooed on myself, cause I was scared in my little bladder filled. Ran, got in the car, we lost somebody. It's my nigga Kevin, but I don't give a fuck, cause all that nigga said was 6'7". And Randy done took everybody's butt. There was like 80 pairs. We got in the car and hit the gas and we got out of there. And I was so relieved that I still had my cheeks still. Then I saw Randy running fast like Tyreek Hill. And we was doing 80 in the whip and he still catching up. Humans only run like 25, so how he catching us? Then he jumped on the roof, he like boo, he was pissed off. Then he grabbed the roof with his cheeks and ripped the bitch off. Now he's standing there, his meat dangled to the dashboard. He said, dick bar, when did you start liking fat whore? He grabbed fine shit by her hair and threw her in the road. Then he grabbed my other nigga, took his butt and let him go. Then he sat down in the car, he looked me in my face. There ain't no escape, every year I get that cake, nigga. No, come sit back down, don't be scared now. Y'all begged me for this shit, y'all wanted to hear more. So why the fuck are y'all running away from the campfire when I'm telling y'all niggas about it? This some real shit, man. It's some real shit I went through. Big Dick Randy a real nigga. Like, he really do this shit. Like, just stay in the house, man. Like, best advice I can give, man, just stay in the house. That nigga Randy don't play no games.
I don't feel
and
like
for
I
everybody
know
that thinks Randy goes after kids, that nigga does not go after kids. I ain't never said that shit. But yeah, man, I like to call this story the Big Dick Randy homecoming, man, cause shit, I mean, the nigga came home. I mean, nobody was expecting a pop-up all them years later. And shit, he came home.
You know, it's fucking, I'll tell you this much. The Big Dick Randy songs are not on my playlist. Only reason I put this up is because last stream, somebody was like, did you listen to the new Big Dick Randy song? I was like, actually, no, I did not. So it's like, you know what? Let's listen to it as the song to start the stream. But hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. How are you? Good morning. Salutations. Hopefully you all enjoyed your Halloween. Hopefully you all fucked. Maybe you ran into a woman in a Velma costume and you consensually asked to fuck. Or maybe you found a man in what's a Halloween costume that's supposed to like sexually arouse women. Natanya, what male Halloween costume sexually arouses you? I put you on the spot. Of all people, I put you on the spot. Go no, okay, you're gay. Like, if you get sexually aroused by some weird looking dude wearing Goku, yeah, bro. That let me know something about you that I'm not gonna say out loud. But I'm interested to catch people in their hypocrisies just a little bit. But before that, later today I'll be out hiking and working out. I need more on my arms. Also, Dracula's pretty hot. Oh, you're pretty lame. Of course, you want. Why is everybody y'all mentioning an essential serial killer? I made chicken burritos with green peppers and cheese. Interesting. 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 Good way to look at it. Good way to look at it. But first, before I'm gonna let people trickle in before I speak about the hypocrisy that I've seen since Halloween. If you follow me on Twitter, you already know what I'm gonna bring up. But shh, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. I'm learning about the conservative party and how good or bad it is, you know? Are you multi-streaming? Unskippable Twitter. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. Go to YouTube, pansy. Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube. You'll find it. Go on YouTube. I'm not on Twitter for my mental health. Your mental health did not deteriorate or improve because of Twitter. Your mental health deteriorated because of the life you live. Stop making excuses and make your life better. Hate to break it to you, but just outwardly blaming social media, knowing full well your life was fucked before that. Sick world. Sick world, sick world. But let's learn about the conservative party. Now, this guy, if you don't know, this is the guy who's probably in his late 20s, early 30s, who hasn't really figured out that his trying to find his belonging in politics has awoken him to realizing that, oh, everywhere you go, everyone sucks. That's the takeaway. If you are a grown adult finally delving into politics, you need to understand that everywhere you go, everyone sucks. And it's a bunch. And you know how I know that? Because every time you mention how much they suck, they get mad and try to argue how much they don't. It's like, you suck. You suck. And a pussy will call that a black pill or a fence sitter. Well, I'm sorry. If I got history to dictate how both sides of the political spectrum have garnered power at one point or another and have royally fucked over the common man, yeah, why would I want to be on either of these sides? And the sick part is revisionist historians will try to make it seem like the Democrats are the reason why everything in this country is terrible. It's not true. And the ones on the other side will try their fucking hardest to be like, oh, it's the conservatives who have always made this country terrible. Nope. I'm loving the revisionist history about conservatives to make it seem like this country was nice and equal and everyone was kind to each other until that black Obama became president. No. If anything, it got worse. If anything, it got worse. It got worse and horrible and all the same.
You're all alone now!
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a new alert. I got new alerts now. I got new alerts on Twitch for different things, for follows, fucking gifted subs, redeems, all that good shit. But I see the anonymous gifting has returned. You still don't want me to fucking thank you properly. The gangbang alert is gone. Is it gone? Hold on. Let me verify. I need to verify if it is gone. I don't think it should be gone. Hold on. Let me see if it's gone. Let me confirm. I need to confirm. Scenes. Favorites. Where's my thing? Trash? No, I didn't trash it. God damn it. Where the fuck are my seeds? My media files. Let me go there.
You're all alone now!
My media files. Okay, those are the media files. Wait, what is this? Oh no, I can't play it unless I have. Where the fuck is the thing? I hate this fucking website because when I try to find all my shit, they make it to where it's impossible.
I haven't seen this one before. What am I reading? My foreskin is so cute. What the fuck?
That's a YouTube one. That's a YouTube one. That's for YouTube. That's a YouTube one. That was Chris. Indeed. You have a good Halloween? I mean, pretty average Halloween. Halloween used to hold some stank on me. Halloween used to like be a holiday to look forward to for no other reason other than like my mom would host a Halloween party. And that would be like the great excuse for me to just not be at home.
You're all alone now!
Like it'd be a great excuse for me to not be at home because apparently it was like an adults only party and I would just hang out with my grandpa all fucking day after school. But then like once I turned I think like 10, I stopped dressing up and knocking on people's doors for candy. I think I remember one year I was like, Mom, if you go to Walgreens and spend that $10 on that variety pack of candy and just put that on the table, I'm not about to go through all this, bro. I hope someone sends that to Chris to hear it. He's heard that. He's heard that before. He's heard that. He was in here, I think the first time it ever got played by somebody. Because he got mad. Like, what the fuck? Why? I was like, why not? What the fuck? I can't access this goddamn thing.
You're all alone now!
I appreciate this, anonymous gifter. Even though you for some fucking reason, don't...
You're all alone now!
Even though for some reason you refuse to just like let me thank you with any real sincerity where I could look at you and see your face. I'm not downloading this fucking thing. Like this is why I don't fucking use this piece of shit ass app. I'm fighting for my fucking life to look for some shit and it can't be done. It killed my flow. Done task. Oh no, I did this already. Okay, I'm literally sitting here looking for this shit for no fucking reason. Why? Kill me. Why do you want me to stretch, Crazy 8? Why? For what? For what? What's the purpose? And then you want me to drink. You see, you're doing too much. It's a good thing I still got this one water bottle by me. The beautiful thing about cold weather now is that my fucking room temperature water will actually have a little bit of coolness to it. I can't stand the fact that I can't find my shit. Like, I can't find my shit. Do you have any plans on playing Minecraft while drunk? No, I'd rather just shoot myself in the mouth. Seems to be a more preferable outcome. That seemingly is a better outcome than playing Minecraft. You getting those Christmas tree cakes? No. I feel like my teeth won't allow me to do things like that at all. I've recognized that there are certain sweets that I can no longer take into my mouth, without feeling significant pain in my teeth. God damn it. You know what? I'm gonna try one more thing to look for this fucking thing, and if it doesn't work, I won't. I'm just trying to figure out how I set this up. Y'all think Erica Kirk is fucking that? Yep. All right, so look, I told Moral this, and I'm gonna tell y'all now. I gave Candace Owens my full attention for a month, and for the life of me. See, that's a new alert. That's a new thing. That's a new thing. But what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, I've been watching Candace for a fucking month. And I walk away from it thinking, bro, she's saying a bunch of shit hoping nobody questions her, like, actually. And I just can't stomach it. And what should have killed it for me, but I kept watching because I ain't want to be perceived as a hater, is when she said that the shit was all in her dream. Like, when Charlie came to her in a dream, I was just like, yeah, I'm not really getting information from this woman. I'm getting conspiracy theories. And I'm talking to one of my partners. I told Moro this. I'm talking to one of my partners about Candace specifically. And this motherfucker talking like, Candace is right, bro. What you talking about? She telling you, like, you got to think about it. Like, why? How is it convenient that this happened and this happened? And I just told him, bro, the bitch said Charlie came to her in a dream and told her he was betrayed. This motherfucker smack his teeth and say, bro, you can't take her so literally. I no longer want to hold conversation with anybody who's spouting conspiracy theories. If you can't give me a factual, 100% factual fucking statement, if you can't give me something backed up with citations and sources, don't waste my time. I'm gonna just start cursing you out. I'm gonna just start cursing you out. I don't give a fuck if it mean that people gonna block me and hate me. The sick part about praying a little bit more is that it's giving me less of a tolerance to engage in stupid shit. It's giving me less of a tolerance for stupid shit. I can't stomach hearing dumb shit. And no, I'm not taking conspiracy theories into consideration. I need facts. I need them dripping down my fucking mouth. And if you can't give me that, you wasted my time, and I'm going to call you retarded. Matter of fact, rip the Band-Aid off. Listen, I'm about to put a collection of images on the screen. I'm telling you right now, you're going to walk into a trap. I'm telling you right now, my intention with this shit is to trap you and see how stupid you are. I'm telling you right now, if what I'm about to show you and say causes you to create a specific response, you falling for a fucking trap that I'm telling you you're about to walk into. Okay? All right? Good. If you spent all of yesterday or Halloween cheering on these images, but you cried like a bitch about these images, you are a hypocrite. If you cheered on these images and you champion them and you love them, these images on the screen, but you cried about these images, you are a hippo fucking crit. I've been watching for the past day motherfuckers running tooth and nail about how this is so funny. This is so funny. But then they cried about this. Oh, they're trying to kill us. They don't care that someone was assassinated. I've seen many of people cheer about this. Ha ha, it's so funny. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. But cry about this. I've been seeing it.
You're all alone now.
I've been seeing this go on this whole fucking time. And all I'm thinking to myself is, wow, all you motherfuckers are hypocrites.
Now.
You're all hypocrites to like a really embarrassing degree. And then let's think about this. These motherfuckers ain't even trying. Like I need to find that video of that one girl holding the dollar. I need the video of her. I need the video of her. She's the one that created the most intrigue for me, and you're gonna find out why. I need that one video. I need it. I know it's somewhere. Please. I need it. Smoking dope because I need it. Oh, and by the way, my beef with you conservative women will never go away. Are they trying to ruin Halloween? No, they were just trying to garner a bunch of attention. And unfortunately, they got it. And let me just say something, because I'm never gonna ease up on conservative women who have online personalities, who have Twitter accounts, who have YouTube channels, who have Twitch accounts. You women specifically, I want to see dead. I want you motherfuckers to recognize that you spend all your time trying to get these feminists to shut up, take the nose ring out of their fucking nose, and be housewives. I don't see these whores putting their asses in the air and providing for their man. You're a cum dumpster. Abide by the rules you want to set for these bullhorned feminists that you hate so much. I don't want to see you giving your fucking opinion online. You champion the side that wants your right to vote taken away. Stop fucking talking. If I were to ever get into an argument with a woman who's conservative, I'm stopping the conversation and I'm going to ask for the man. And if you don't present to me your father or your husband, bedwench, go away. I don't respect you. That's what y'all want. That's what y'all want. That's what bitches like this cheer on. So don't get mad at me when I come up to you and slap you across your fucking face. That's the world you want to live in. That's what they say they want to go back to. Motherfuckers cheering on. I shit you not. I need that video. Hold on. This stream going 15 different directions already, and I ain't even get to what I wanted to get to. Bro, there's a dude on here online that was cheering on the fact that food stamps didn't gone away, which in certain states it hasn't because fucking mayors and the fucking governors put in a fucking bill so that they could keep them going. They got motherfuckers who are cheering on food stamps going away because now these single moms are going to have to go back to the baby daddies. And it's like, first of all, you don't even know why those families broken up. Maybe that bitch left because she cheated. Maybe that bitch got beat by somebody. Maybe that man couldn't fucking provide. There are different reasonings as to why a family breaks apart. But because you motherfuckers are so emotionally unintelligent, you think, it's that bitch fault. I'm sorry you got your heart broken in 2017 and you still ain't recover. But eventually you gonna have to fucking do something, bruh. You gonna have to heal. You're going to have to. I'm not telling you get over it. I'm not telling you get over it. I'm gonna never tell anybody in a moment of like mental anguish to get over it. Because I was told to get over it. I was told when I was going through mental to get over it. And to those people that told me that, I hope you died.
Whoa now!
I hope the worst for those types of people. Like, don't come to me, Skelly, did you like my new alert? Like, don't come bothering me while I'm suffering and tell me get over it. Cause then I'm gonna kick you in your fucking teeth and I'm gonna knock your teeth out. And then while you sitting there in pain, mad, I'm gonna tell you get over it. And then when you don't get over it, I'm gonna make sure I hold that mirror to your fucking face and I'm gonna point the hypocrisy out to you. Now, jump scare, number one. Jump scare, like, number one. Sorry to just throw this in your face like this, but I want y'all to watch this.
It's gone. Section 8 gone. All your SNAP and EBT benefits gone. Now you gotta go back to Tyrone. Whoa now. Oh, I think this is great. We have just single-handedly saved the black family. Why? Because Tasha can't run out on Tyrone anytime she get mad and think the government gonna take care of her.
First of all, why is the only way a black family, specifically for some fucking reason, how is it that the black family is only broken up because Tasha walked out on Tyrone? Why can't it be Tyrone is an unfit father and they're going away from that? That's a possibility. That's an outcome that actually has happened. What I don't like about conversations regarding these motherfuckers who are single and they're somehow giving you motherfuckers who are also single dating advice, and then you spend years still being single and you can't fucking figure out the problem there. How is it that these people keep creating conversations about the opposite sex as if the sex that they are isn't also a possible reason? I hate to break it to y'all, but there are women out there that are, get ready for this, pieces of shit. Oh my God. Actually, that was perfectly timed. There are men out there, are you ready for this? That are pieces of shit. I know you're waiting for it. Matter of fact, since Skelly's in here, there are non-binaries that are pieces of shit. Straight men, gay men, lesbians. They're all there. They're all pieces of shit. They're all unequivocally pieces of shit. They've been that forever. But because you motherfuckers need feelings validated, because you spend your time trying to find people to just accommodate your fucking worthless fucking feeling, and so you just go to this podcast, you go to this video, you go to this person to try to get your feelings accommodated rather than recognizing the actual truth of the matter, this is where you are. This is why, like, y'all sometimes get mad at me, but you also respect me. Because I'm not going to make you feel better about your worthless life. You're going to have to recognize that you suck and you're going to have to try to improve. Give you an example. Me. Mentally, I'm checked out. Mentally, I'm not all there. Mentally, I ain't in it to win it. Like, I know my faults. And the only thing I can do is improve. Now, if somebody want to try to like hold me to my faults, good luck. Because your last meeting with me is not what I am now. So if you still mad about that, you might as well slit your own wrist. That's not my problem no more. I've recognized my fault and the best I can do is improve. But for some reason, this is a foreign concept to some niggas. No, it's everybody else's fault. No, it's that person's fault that I'm like, and like, no, it's you. You know, you're not kids anymore. You're grown fucking adults. You're grown. And you either gonna grow the fuck up or you gonna keep being a bitch. I had somebody leave a comment under that video about that woman who spent $3,000 on a baby shower. He was like, bro, you don't have to tap dance for the opposite race. The video is valid, but you ain't gotta do. So how the fuck am I tap dancing but the video is valid? Y'all niggas need something better to complain about. Like, I'm sorry. I don't have an agenda here. I'm not a part of the conservative party. They fucking suck. I'm not a black conservative. Them niggas are lost. Them niggas need somewhere to belong and they're trying their hardest to find somewhere. I'm not these black liberals. They're bitching, hoping that their bitching will lead to an outcome that's preferable. And shock of shocks, it hasn't. I am, for like the 50,000th time, a nigga on the internet. I'm sorry that you can't have a conversation about something without thinking, oh, cooning or trying to dance with somebody. That's your burden to bear. Me, I'ma just keep my dick out. Like, my dick's out. Like, would you like to suck on it? You're gonna have to if you're gonna try your hardest. All I got to offer you at that point, after you then bitched and you still can't change my mind. That's like the sick part. I love saying this. I don't have no punk ass story where, oh, one day I thought this, but I got bullied online, so now I think the other way. But oh, I got bullied by that side too, so now I found somewhere else that hopefully they won't bully me now either. Y'all niggas bitches. Y'all niggas need to grow up recognizing that people suck. I grew up recognizing that. That's not me being dramatic. I grew up not wanting to talk to a fucking soul because I thought people sucked. And as I've grown up and had to experience dealing with people, people suck. You people suck. You're inconsiderate, inconsistent, egotistical, evil. It's like, and in different forms of evil too, because you got rapists out there, you got murderers, you got pedophiles and all that shit. But it's like common shit. For example, let me tell y'all something. I don't give a fuck who it offend. There are 24 hours in a day. A good portion of that is you working. Cool, whatever. At your grown ass age, if I were to send you a message and it take you 4 days to fucking respond to me, be prepared for it to be a long time before I respond to you. Especially when I am astutely aware that you spend your time posting these benign ass updates about your life on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram. At that point, I recognize I'm not worth your time. I'm not going to bitch about it because I'm 26 years old. I'm older now. I recognize I'm not worth your time. So I am going to put my time elsewhere. I'll get back to you when I deem it necessary. I'm not going to block nobody. I'm not going to block nobody. I'm going to just get back to you when I deem it necessary, since you deemed it necessary whenever you felt comfortable to get back to me. Because I'm grown. And I've laid it out to, and this is not something that I've hidden from anybody. I've laid it out to everybody who has my phone number. You take 50 days to respond to me. It's 2025. I might respond to you in 2027 because it's clear I'm wasting my time and you're wasting yours. That goes for men, women, friends, hoes I won't fuck, family. Everybody has a phone, and this gimmick that people try to perpetuate that, oh, well, I was so busy. Nah, just state the truth. I was not somebody you wanted to respond to at an adequate time. I'm not taking offense to it. I ain't mad at it. I'm going to just give you that same energy back, and if you dare get mad, I'm going to make sure you get pissed off. Why? Because I am a... checks notes, grown-ass man who knows how to manage his time. And if you, as grown-ass adults, can't manage your time, then we don't need to be speaking to one another. Everybody grown. Everybody in my life is grown. So if you still operating like you a teenager, say, bruh, cool beans. I'm 26. I'm not 16 no more. I wasn't even doing that shit at 16. And maybe, not a maybe, I know why. It's because I watched all these fucking stories about friends not reaching out at certain times and then their friend killed themselves and now they regret it and they tell you check up on your friends. I do that. But what I'm realizing is that concept is foreign to everybody else. It's commonplace for me. That's why periodically I just check in with niggas. I do. Because I want to make sure you straight. And if you're not, get on that fucking phone with me. Let's chop it up for like a good little 2 hours. Let's laugh. Let's ignore the fucking problems for a good little minute. And then we got to get back to it, unfortunately. But I'm realizing what I realized as a child. People suck. And you grown-ass adults don't know how to function like grown adults unless it's something you could benefit from at that moment. And I'm too old for you to think you could get something out of me and think you didn't one-up me. Because I could press a button and blow that shit up because I'm a little bit of a troubling soul when it comes to technology.
Tasha can't leave Tyrone and think that the kid's gonna eat. Tasha can't leave Tyrone and think she's gonna get a free rent. Tasha can't depend on the government because...
I'm almost certain there's not a ring on this man's finger.
Years ago, black women turned their back on black men for government assistance, for food stamps, for Section 8, for welfare, for WIC, for all the things that black men bring into their household. They said, no, we don't need that. I'll go file to the government and they'll give it to me. Trump said, hell no. Woo! Now you're going to have to start choosing better. Woo! Now women are going to have babies with men that actually want to have babies with them. Woo! Now women are going to have to vet their partners and not be able to just hit them up for a check every time and think they can live off the government.
Not really. They're still going to do the same things that existed. They got women who did that without the government, and they still somehow end up making sure that man pays them in child support. Hello.
Woo! This shit amazing. You're going to see more wives and less baby mamas. You're going to see more two-parent households because it's going to be a family unit because success is a team sport. You're going to see women go back to their men, go back to their child's father and try to work things out and not childishly run out to the next nigga. Wow.
Now... We're looking at this in like a really drastically weak mindset that makes it seem like all women do is fuck, get nutted in, have a baby, and leave. We're not factoring in these men and their failure to provide. We're not factoring in these men and how abusive they could be and how they're a danger around not just the child, but the wife. You know what's funny? If he was married to a white woman, his opinion wouldn't have this much pull. His opinion doesn't have pull anyway until I see a ring. If I don't see a ring on that finger, his opinion don't really matter. Like, it matters here because we're mocking it. But outside of this, like, his opinion doesn't matter.
Because Donald Trump and the government don't got your back no more. Because you can't go over there and get free food stamps and sell them bitches 40 for the 80. Because you don't have a $72 rent anymore. Because now you're going to have to figure it out. And the only person that's left is that black man that you walked out on years ago. And the price.
The price. First of all, he's got you can't see it, but he's about to tell you. But I'm gonna spoil it for you, sir. The price of pussy is not going down. I hate to break it to you. The price of pussy is about to go up because these bitches got to try to get this money some fucking how. The price of pussy is going up, and because of horny men like the one on the screen are desperate, they're gonna try. Oh look, a ring, a ring. It's not a wedding ring. It's not a wedding ring. It's not a wedding ring. So, aw.
Donald Trump did it with this one, and I'm here for it. Queens, go back to your kings and work it out. Baby mamas, go back to your baby daddies and become wives.
Don't do that unless there's an actual, like, reconnection there. Don't go back to something that was potentially negative. Also, there's the possibility for you to turn towards your family, friends, better options if you truly wanted to get away from that nigga if he was actually abusive. And even if the love's not there anymore, I'd recommend going towards family before you go towards anything of previous stature.
It's time for us to work together. This is actually amazing.
This does not bring people together. Like, what he's spouting does not make people come together. It keeps people far away from each other. And who is this we? Where's your wife and kids, buddy?
No longer will you be incentivized by quitting on your household. No longer will you be incentivized by quitting on your marriage. No longer will you be incentivized by quitting on that black man.
I'm so sick of you I'm so sick of you British cigarettes and this goddamn cinematic music that y'all put in videos. I hope slavery becomes a thing again for people like you.
Are no longer incentivized to leave. So baby, you either pay or stay. That ugly money. Interesting people to come on my podcast. I need some interesting people to.
Oh God. Lose weight, you fat fuck. But back to this. Back to these bed wenches. I can't tell you the portion of people that have been trying their hardest to like make it normal to, oh, but this is different because, oh, this is actually different because, oh, this is different because it's not different. It's something of shock value to get people mad. And it's gotten people mad. And look, my point gets proven down here. I see no humor in either of these interactions, but you prove my point. You prove my point. As soon as you could have ended it with, hey, I see no humor in either of these instances, and it would have been great.
How's my dick supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, man?
That's a new alert! New alert! New alert! New alert! That's a new one! That's a new one! That's for the bits! Leon, did you know that Apple is charging you extra when you buy stuff on their iPad and iPhones? Yep. Specifically, like, from the App Store, more specifically. But no, that's been a thing. That's been a thing for like 2, if not 3 years. I had to find that out like the worst way. Cause like on my phone, well, yeah, it is on. It's not in the App Store. It's on the phone. Period. And I think the reason behind that is because Apple wants a percentage, and that extra money you pay is that percentage. So like, for example, NFL Sunday ticket is like $300 or $400 if you just like get it literally on any other device. Look at the price of that shit. Look at the price of it if you try to get it on your iPhone. It's almost $700. Even right now, like if you were to try to get it, even though we're in like week 9, we're in week 9 of the fucking NFL season, it'll still be $700 or near $700 before or after tax. After, I think like it's touching $670. That's after tax. That shit is diabolical. That shit is actually pew fucking tread. But listen, to bring it to this, I still can't find it. Skelly, have you seen this video of this fucking woman with this dollar bill? We need this one because I had a point to make. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to find that. Oh, wait, I found her account. Please tell me you still have it on here. Please tell me you still have it on here. Please. She does. Found it. Wait, this is from an hour ago. Where's the other video? Where's the other video? Is this it? Violated visibility limited. This post may violate X's rules against hateful conduct. Mm-hmm. So look, I want y'all to watch this, and I want y'all to recognize what the problem's gonna be.
Where the fuck my food stamps at, nigga? Y'all niggas hate black people for real. Where the fuck are they? Like, respect black women or else, nigga. How the fuck a big one costs more but way less than my
Now, you might have been able to spot it, but if you can't, I'm sorry, but her heart's just not in it. Her heart's not in it. And it's very interesting with like you conservatives that like talk about free speech and all this shit. Y'all hearts don't be in it. Where's the hard ER? Y'all not making it sting. Like y'all talk all this shit about free speech and then y'all never say the words. Y'all never say the words that'll be impactful. White person saying niggas, like, whatever. But like, where's the stink on it? Not one of these bitches. Not one of them. Not one of them did they big one. Not one of them did they big one in saying the word. None of them. None of these bitches did it. And I don't give a fuck about the half black bitch who's trying to be relevant because her boyfriend don't want her no more. Where was the stank on it? The Dodgers did it again. Fuck them. I wanted the Blue Jays to win. I'm not a baseball fan, but one of y'all told me that the Blue Jays was in the World Series, and I was like, fuck it. I picked the Blue Jays because when I was playing park baseball as a kid, our team was the Blue Jays. Like, we need some stank on it. And where are these whores' husbands? I don't see any rings. Where are the rings? These are supposed to be the uplifting conservative women. I'm seeing retarded bed winches. Oh, and don't think I'm playing a stoic game. These motherfuckers are bored too. Where are your fathers? Where are the Gen Z transgender surgeries? What is going on here? I'm going to say it again, and then we moving on. If you celebrated this but cried about this, you're a hypocrite. If you celebrated this but cried about this, you're a hypocrite. There is no separate conversation. There is no they did it first. There is no but. You're a hypocrite. I'm cool with any of these being okay because it was Halloween and motherfuckers are always going to try their damnedest to try to be relevant on Halloween. Because you know what's crazy? People been bitching about these back and forth. Nobody's been talking about the motherfuckers dressing up as Hitler. Hello? I'm cool with either. I'm cool with both of them. Fuck either. I'm cool with all of it. As long as motherfuckers stop playing this semantics game. Stop playing the game where, oh, this is offensive, but this is okay. Ha ha. We're showing those wokies. This is offensive, but fuck those conservatives. It's getting old. It's getting old. It's not even fun anymore. Y'all just sad. And speaking of sad, grown ass fucking men who are seemingly, who's, like I said earlier, whose opinions hold no fucking weight, so they have to listen and be at the knees of white dudes. If you spend your time thinking that Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson are the beacons of what it means to be a conservative, you're a cuck. You're always going to be a cuck.
If these are the types of individuals that we have to click up with in the conservative movement,
you're years too late, buddy. They're already the champions of conservatism. Him, Alex Jones, Candace Owens, another one who you went to try to get your opinions. But now that she's saying shit you disagree with, now you crying. Now you mad. Pathetic. This shit is pathetic. This shit is ungodly pathetic. Find opinions of your own, you sad fucks.
I'm good. No, I'm all the way good. See, the first and only reason I consider...
What did I miss? A bunch of hypocrisy, Jabberwocky. That's it. Just a bunch of opinions not being validated by a bunch of people who can't form their own, and just blatant hypocrisy. Also, the Big Dick Randy song.
Consider myself to be a conservative was because of the values that we hold. Therefore, when we start to compromise...
You found yourself to be a conservative because politically you wanted to be engaged in the conversation, but you didn't know where to go. So you questioned yourself and what it is that you hear versus what you would actually experience. And you heard one side sound like a bunch of fucking lunatics, so you went to the other side because they were less of lunatics, but now you're seeing them for what they really are. A bunch of fucking lunatics.
On those values by letting in a complete clown show. Exhibit A. Exhibit AA. I'm not even...
Tucker Carlson was part of the conservative movement before you drew your fucking breath. The only reason now these people are catching flack is because they're saying things you disagree with that you're finally paying attention to. I don't know when the word came.
Whoa now!
I don't know when the word... Also, I have new alerts everywhere. But I don't know when the word came out for these conservatives to start talking about Israel every fucking day. But that's the new gimmick.
I'm going to put them on B because they're the same. They're the same ilk. These two right here. Now, here's the thing. I do not believe in censorship.
But if I hear the word but, if I hear the word but, if I hear the word but, if I fucking hear the word but.
Unless it is self-censorship, personal censorship, which means I have the right to shut these clown shows up in.
So you believe in censorship? Trying to come up with your own fancy version of it is still censorship. I don't believe in sex. I believe in the creation of life.
My life. They don't have to shut up necessarily. They can continue to do whatever it is that they're doing out there in the old circus. But as far as I'm concerned,
you're perfectly fine with censoring them. You're censoring speech. You're censoring opinions, buddy. Hate to break it to you. Hate to, let you in on a little secret that you're not clued in on. That's censorship. That's censorship. That's away with free speech. There's good censorship and then there's bad censorship. Not in this fucking country, because all of it somehow infringes on free speech. Oh, this thing is offensive, so I don't want to hear it, so you should restrict that. But I should be able to say some hateful shit too. I should be able to say some hateful shit over here. You taking that away from me? That's free speech. You can't take it away from me. That's free speech. This gimmick perpetuated by people like this. And by people like this, I mean these lost souls who have been as the song puts it, looking for a home because they're too pussy to format their own thought around subject matter. So they have to find people to validate whatever minuscule thought that they have so that they can say, oh, I agree with this. You're lost lambs who are being led to the slaughter. And the problem is, you know it, but you somehow think you can get away from it. No, you're chained, buddy. And there's no clearer example than the various amounts of people who voted for a certain current president who thought that all of his rules and laws would only affect the Mexicans, the illegals, and the liberals, who are now realizing that they're without a job and they are without help from the government also. Are you going to show the video of the blonde lady in blackface who doesn't know? No, I only wanted to show the one with the dollar because that encapsulates my entire point. These bed wenches, why are they here? Why are they here? Skelly, you at one point probably thought of yourself as a woman, but now you're non-binary. What is with these women who are conservative giving their fucking opinion? Who told them to speak? Where are their husbands? Where are the fathers? You cannot spend all this time telling me about, well, these women, they need to be serving their husbands. They need to be in the kitchen. And they're in front of podcast microphones. Enough. Get in the kitchen. Serve that man his sandwich and then prop that pussy fat up.
How's my dick supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, ma'am?
And make them babies. That's what you do. That's what you do. Mariah, that's a new alert. I told y'all I got new alerts. See, y'all thought it was just for like one thing. Nah. Hypocrisy is the name of the game in politics. And for the slow motherfucker who doesn't want to comment, but you're mad that I'm saying things. Oh, this falls for those liberals too. They're hypocrites in their own right too. But what I've noticed is that these conservative women go unchecked. No. I will not engage in serious conversation with a conservative woman. Present to me that man and tell the woman go get us some beers.
How's my dick supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, ma'am?
Tell the woman go get us some beers. That's what she's supposed to do. Chop chop. And tell her bring us some cigars. And tell her know her place on the way out. I don't want her opinion on a fucking thing. But Dabbing Menace, I appreciate the 50 bits. Crazy 8, I appreciate the 2 bits. Anonymous Gifter, you piece of shit. You still don't want me to thank you properly. But thank you.
You're all alone now.
See, you don't want me to thank you properly, but thank you anyway. And tell her the way. Right. Like you cannot spend your time online telling women they need to shut up. Last time, when the fuck did you turn into a man, tranny? Shut your mouth. Go away. And go for all of them. Natanya, because I know you like Brett Cooper. Her ass too. Tell that bitch stop posting and go on that fucking farm and take care of them kids. Take care of them fucking animals like she's supposed to do.
How's my dick supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, ma'am?
I appreciate the 200 bits. But I need y'all to start being for real. What's that saying? Practice what you preach? You a conservative woman online with a platform? Delete that goddamn account. Delete that goddamn account. Go find you a man. And if you got one, time to start sandwich making. Time to get that sandwich making. And that chicken better not be cold. How did Brett get involved? Brett's a conservative. Brett in that same boat. Even though I like Brett. I feel Brett, out of all of them, is the more palatable. But you still got to be in that category. You still in that category. Even though you are palatable, I still got to hold you to the same standards. Go in that kitchen, make that man that sandwich, and go toot that ass in the air when you done so he can put some babies in you. There it is. You chop, you serve. Don't get me started on you motherfuckers that talk about the Bible. She has a baby. Well, it's time to delete that YouTube channel. I don't want your opinions on nothing. Shut up. Go be a mother.
How's my dick supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, man?
Who do you want to buy? Warner Brothers? Like, none of them? But eventually Disney's going to buy them. Disney going to buy them eventually. Disney got all of them. Leon has such a way with words. I'm just an honest motherfucker. My tolerance for dumb shit died, and now we're just here. There's like all you motherfuckers that want to dance around. Oh, but I'm not for censorship, but I want people to do this, but I won't do it. I want you to do this, but you're all. It's getting to a point. It's getting to a point. Somebody claimed Kai Cenat was doing whiteface. Yeah, I saw the makeup he had on. If you call that whiteface, I'm gonna need you to like actually take a needle and put it in your eye. Brett is one of the few conservative creators I've seen that actually is consistent. Nope, I don't care. I don't care if you're consistent on your values. Make more babies. It's time. Where's the man of this house? I don't want to hear you speak. Where is that man in his opinion? Because that's the lifestyle they won't live in. And, need I say again, some of these bitches be cheering on the idea of their right to vote being taken away. I don't want to hear you speak. Where is that man of the house? And speaking of bitches, hold on. I need to put it up right. Because if I just show it, it's not gonna make sense. And speaking of bitches that I don't want to hear speak, jump scare. Jump scare. Now, Skelly, if Skelly's still here, Skelly went to TwitchCon. Who's Brett? Brett Cooper.
How's my dick supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, man?
And if you don't really want to look up who that is, just think about if Ben Shapiro was a woman. I shit you. Matter of fact, I shit you not. Don't go look it up. I'm just about to show you.
You've seen
literally Ben Shapiro if it was a girl. But back to this. Now, Skelly, you went to TwitchCon and you took all those pictures with a room full of smegma. And while you were having a fun time taking pictures with your friends, having fun, streamers were getting assaulted. And the safety of the women streamers was at stake. And it's something of importance to discuss, and how somebody could walk up to somebody and do that to another human. But apparently mentioning that means they don't care about violence against women. So now I want to find out if I truly don't care about violence towards women. I truly want to find out. So let's begin.
it's not just that there's
I'm already bored. I need a game. What game shall I play? I say, what game could be best suited for this type of moment?
How's my dick supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, man?
I say, There is Fortnite. That new update. That new update. It got The Simpsons in it. That's a good option. That's a good option. Playing Fortnite, that could be a good idea. I could also play Apex. I've been getting back on Apex. I've been getting a little hot on Apex for a while. You know what I'm talking about? I've been getting hot on Apex for a while now. I can also get on college football and gamble just a little bit. Repo did get a new update, but I can't play Repo and watch this. I can't play Repo and watch this. I can play 2K. Nah, I can't play 2K. Nah, I can't play 2K. I don't want to play 2K. I say,
Whoa now!
Again, I appreciate that. But what number comes before 2? 1? Nah, that's not right. That's not the right word. What number comes before dose? What's the number that comes before dose? Yes, that's Oscar Proud. Who knows?
There's no deterrent to this behavior, but it's actually rewarded by the platform and socially by other men.
Last weekend, popular cosplay Twitch streamer Emiru was assaulted at a meet and greet during TwitchCon. A man cut across several meet and greet lines and attempted to grab her for a kiss as she tried to push him away. Her security guard quickly intervened and pushed the man off, but the man exited the building and was never restrained. The incident was obviously a catastrophic failure when it comes to keeping women creators safe. The man should have never been allowed to walk away after what he did, and it's unclear why her security guard didn't restrain the man after pushing him off. It's also unclear why TwitchCon security or the police on the scene didn't step in and attempt to halt the man from leaving. The man was eventually caught hours after the incident, and Emiru is currently pressing charges.
Yes. What are the two numbers that come after 5? In Spanish? Now look, if I butcher this, don't deport me. Isn't it CS and Ciente, and then Ocho, and then Nueve? And then after that, it's a who's who. Like it's a who's who. Like it's a who's who. Like my vernacular of the Spanish language is very limited. A streamer had a seizure and all staff was hands on deck, but no one helped Emmy. I mean, that's a seizure. A seizure means more than almost getting raped. And it's like, let me stop.
She said,
"Let me stop. It was a joke. Skelly, put the transgender needle down. I don't want to be trans yet. I don't want to be trans yet. Maybe one day, but not today."
Quote, "He was allowed to walk away from my meet and greet, and I didn't hear he was caught until hours after he attacked me. It felt like this only happened because of my manager pressing for it, not because TwitchCon staff present thought it was a big deal. All of this has raised tons of questions about security protocols at TwitchCon and what should be done going forward to make the convention more safe. Even before TwitchCon began this year, high-profile streamers including Cutie Cinderella, Valkyrie, and others declined to attend the event over safety concerns. After the Emiru incident, tons of big content creators began piling on Twitter, pushing out-of-context clips, attempting to show lax security at the event, and calling for Twitch CEO Dan Clancy's resignation. Of course, most of these people actually don't give a shit about women's safety. They're just opportunists, and we're gonna get into all that. But why am I talking about all of this on Free Speech Friday? I think it's a good example of how more surveillance and security theater doesn't inherently keep people safe. And I think it shows the significant barriers women face as content creators.
So what would help these women being safe? Because in my head, I would think like security would, like it should, but you always got to run that potential that it may not keep them safe. Like it truly may not. It may not be a circumstance that could keep them safe because you're going to have security in different areas, making sure that everything's all sanguine in different spots, and it could potentially lead to somebody running around doing something at the perfect time, being opportunistic. Like, it's true. But what I hope I can hear like an alternative option.
And how relentless abuse and harassment silences women and prevents them from speaking out and expressing themselves. To discuss all of this, I have Kat Tenbarge here. Kat is one of the top journalists covering gender-based harassment and abuse, and today we're going to break down exactly what went down at TwitchCon, why you shouldn't listen to a lot of the loudest voices online, and what can actually be done to keep women safe on the internet and off. Kat, welcome. Thanks.
Is there a way that I could just skip to the what could be done to keep them safe part?
Thanks for having me.
So you weren't at TwitchCon. I wish you were there, but I feel like
no, there's not. She doesn't have like the time skip thing.
Just to start off, I want to give people a sense of what TwitchCon was like, and then I kind of want to compare it to other conventions that you and I have both been at. 'Cause I feel like we both cover these large events and conventions a lot and attend this stuff. So I think a lot of people have seen a lot of misinformation going around, and I want to explain kind of the way things went down. So I would say this security at this convention was stricter than any other convention I've been to. And we'll get into why that doesn't make things safer. But it was very strict in the sense that like you had to have a wristband, you had to scan in to get to different areas. They were very strict about maintaining that. There was this video online that claimed to show someone bypassing the wrist scanning system. In fact, that's not what that video shows. I reached out to the company about how those machines work. That video actually shows the person scanning and it turning orange, which meant that that person was a credential +1. So it actually showed the system working, but it was pretty intense.
So what about the guy who pretended to be somebody else and he was just let in? Like that's a failure of their security, for them to have somebody just be able to walk in and be free and clear under another person's name.
I mean, I couldn't even get into the venue when I got there the first day initially because I hadn't passed a background check, and every single person that registered for the event had to go through this like background check security.
Did I just give up my cards? I have 31 Dick. We're going on Fortnite. What the fuck? Hello? Oh, it's the Simpsons thing.
You essentially to make sure that they weren't on a known stalker list or had sort of criminal records, things like that. So I do think that it was very quote unquote secure, even more so than any other convention that I've been to, where I think journalists and a lot of people had a lot more free roam. I was in the content creator space myself with Twitch comms down there, and like I saw people even getting stopped, featured creators being stopped and asked questions and things like that. I'm curious, like your perception from the outside. I'm sure you've seen a lot of the discourse online, but like how would you say it compared to other conventions from what you saw?
I think just from like a technological perspective alone, there were more measures in place at this convention than any other convention that I've ever been to. And that includes conventions for YouTube, it includes like VidCon and Playlist Live, as well as like anime and Comic Cons and other types of conventions, even concerts and stuff. Like you have seen sort of this industry of security technology.
I'm going to be brutally honest with you. There's no way I'm going to believe that TwitchCon had layered security better than a concert. Because there's somebody who's had to be in the same room as the security as they were fucking running around making sure that various areas are indeed secure. Yeah, I don't think anything's beating the fucking...
Whoa now!
Anonymous, I appreciate you gifting 5 subs. And I think...
Whoa now!
I didn't. I thought I fixed it to where I didn't fucking constantly hear the same thing 5 times. Failed.
Whoa now!
Failed. Oh my god. Ew, this place looks ugly. This looks ugly.
Whoa now!
Alright, Springfield Battle Pass. Whoa. So what else? You've claimed... So what's in...
Whoa now!
What's in the goddamn Battle Pass for me to see this? Alright. Do I even want... March! What are those legs? It's the legs of the fucking character. What are you talking about? I want to see the thing. Let me see the thing. Let me see the fucking potential rewards I could get. Oh, it's Homer in his devil costume. Oh. That unlocks in November. I want to see this battle. What the fuck is this? What is this? What is this? And Anonymous, I appreciate the gifted. But what is this? What is this? What is this creature? It's Marge! All right, what else? Oh, you get Marge again as a fucking Halloween costume. And you get this character. Oh, and you get this character in yellow. Oh, and you get Ned. I actually want Ned. I actually would like to have Ned. I would actually want to have Ned. I would actually want Ned. Ned and Homer. I would actually like this. I would actually like this. Do they have Lisa? Do they? Because I saw like Bart had like the Morty thing. Look, this. I just saw it. What is this? What do I get? Do I get Bart if I win? Or is he in the store? It wouldn't be surprising. Oh yeah, look, Bart. But I don't want Bart. Bart's got I didn't like this with Morty and I don't like it with Bart. But I would want this. Is I view the offer. What's... Oh, God. Ew. 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 Okay, there's the Krusty. Wait, so they don't have Krusty on here? What the fuck? What the fuck? Let me keep scrolling. Oh, Mariah's here. Mariah Carey. I have this skin. Zooey Mama. K-pop shit. Now they got Crocs. You got the Xenomorph. I'm kind of glad there's a part of me that ignored a vast majority of like Fortnite skins because they were either ugly as fuck or they just didn't interest me. But geez, Louise, patty cake, shake a bake. All right, back to this.
Technology grow.
And we got to speed run this because we got football coming on soon. And I'm out of here once that football start.
And this to me is sort of like looking at sort of even what I was just seeing in viral videos. I'm like, they don't usually have this type of stuff at these types of venues.
Yeah, the whole energy was like very kind of tense around it. I mean, there were these big female streamers that chose not to go because of concerns around safety. It had the vibe to me of VidCon after the Christina Grimmie murder, where this YouTuber was murdered by a fan, and YouTube and VidCon really cracked down the next year, where they sort of started to realize like we really need to protect talent. It was significantly more secure than certainly Playlist Live, which we were both at a while ago. And I'm just speaking purely from influencer events because I think that those are that sort of engender a certain type of fandom. It was the most secure, quote unquote, influencer event that I've been at. When I toured Twitch's security center the day after the Emiru incident, I was struck by the surveillance of it all. First of all, not only did they have police officers, plainclothes officers, like constantly, throughout the venue, and security officers all over, but they had just this huge surveillance infrastructure. So they had 92 cameras set up in addition to all the security cameras in every single corner of the convention hall. And then they had every single live streamer. If you went live from TwitchCon, they had your stream pulled up, basically like geofenced the whole area and like pulled in every single stream on these massive like 1984 style monitors where they had, I literally think it was probably thousands of streams. Every single stream had like the person's name, whether they were partnered or not, like some information, and then just like the videos playing. And then they had dozens and dozens of analysts like sitting around, analyzing, replaying footage, looking at people. I don't know if they were doing facial recognition.
I feel like I'm gonna get AIDS if I buy the Fortnite crew thing, even though it's
How's my dick
11.
supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, man?
December and November for me. I work at Burlington's. I haven't been in a Burlington's in years. I haven't been to a fucking Men's Warehouse since like the week my grandma died, and I needed a fucking suit because I wasn't too clued in that the funeral was happening so fucking fast. But jeez.
Or not, but it was certainly like they were zooming in on things, looking at social, monitoring it all. What struck me is that like they'd essentially deputized these live streamers, IRL streamers, which are primarily men, to like go around and surveil the convention. And the argument was sort of, well, look, we have so much surveillance footage. This is how like this gives us.
So you're telling me the idea here is that with all these streamers like doing IRL streams, it's gonna somehow catch every wrong thing going on. What? What's a more likely thing to help mitigate a problem? I don't know, an actual fucking group of security or streamers recording shit. And then when you factor in that a portion of these streamers are not Crime Stoppers and they will casually let somebody walk by them for the LOL fuck of it, go ahead and sign me up for the police, please. Go ahead and sign me up for the police, please. That's a great thing. That's a great acceptable thing. You feel me? That's a great, wonderful thing to have in front of my face. You get me? You understand me? Boston Richie or stay home. That logic applies if you're someone not going to these events. But because a good portion of them are, you're not going to really be in that scenario. Because I can choose to not go, which I was offered to go to TwitchCon. I just said no because I will never go to things like that. And it's just like, that's me. There are people who are like, I want to go to TwitchCon so I can see all my Twitch friends. Like Skelly. Skelly went to TwitchCon. Skelly went to go see all friends. Nerd. Skelly went. Nerd. But it's like, what else could what else could one do at that point? I just gotta constantly throw Skelly under the bus. It's the fun of it.
Extra monitoring. And it just, of course, showed to me, of course, surveillance does not mean safety. It just means more surveillance, especially when the people doing the surveillance are these troll live streamers. I think that was a huge difference between this convention and other conventions that I've been at as well. Aside from maybe 2015 VidCon, or maybe it was 2016, when Meerkat, remember like Meerkat and Periscope and everything came out, that was a year like a lot of people were live streaming, not in the same way. This was like true 1984 style. Like every single person was live streaming, and the convention was overrun with these IRL streamers, which is a category that has skyrocketed over the past year.
Yes, like this culture of IRL streaming, I think it's so important to point out that it is not done with like women's safety as like an interest. In fact, it's oftentimes the exact opposite. So much of this type of streaming and what you see succeed on this platform and elsewhere is actually just like harassing women, which is a really interesting juxtaposition with like we need more surveillance, when so often surveillance in itself is to the detriment of like women and marginalized people.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was struck when I was looking at
Leon at TwitchCon would be like sending the Amish to Las Vegas.
this giant tile of like screens.
Leon will only go to a con of 7-foot women. At least we're aware of what I'm going to be doing. Like, because there's nothing else for me to do. There's nothing else for me to do at conventions other than that. We're being honest. There's zero else for me to do. Like, I'm not sorry about it. I'm not sorry one bit. I'm not sorry one bit about it. So anyway, I bought the thing. So I'm Marge.
In some streams is that they were on mute. You know, I'm sure that you could click in and hear what was being said if you wanted to do.
By the way, I saw your video with Kamal talking about misinformation. Will you two be doing another video? Well, as it happens, we did. We did do another video a week before. Even though like his video was recorded way before that. We spent 3 hours trimmed down to 1 watching Southern Fried Rice. Leon, how was your Halloween? Did you not ask me that and didn't I not answer? It was fun. It was fine. It was Halloween. This is Halloween, 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 Halloween. Oh, and there's the new fucking hype train emote. I just watched the Southern Fried Rice video. Did you like it? Did you like how me and Kamal are two black guys very upset at the Asian community for their participation in this hatefulness? Bro, I don't think I can find it. What was her name? Nakia. Her name was Nakia Stevens. Okay, let me go on Instagram. Can I find her thing? Okay, yes. Did she post this? Like she posted it like on her story, but did she keep it up? The creator of it posted some dude on TikTok who gave like a semi good review of the characters or of the show and talking about like the fat black woman who was the antagonist. And he was explaining like, well, she's not really the antagonist in the way that you think. Her anger is justified because she's telling the story of having to deal with racism and discrimination and white supremacy. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, this fucking black woman called an Asian woman Lo Mein and Lil Tokyo. Nigga, that is racism. And if you're somebody who will hear that and be like, that's not racism. Well, what if an Asian called a black woman watermelon sucker? Is that what the fuck? What the fuck? Why does the map? Oh God, I thought it was just the Simpsons characters. Is the whole season just the Simpsons? Is that the power plant back there? Marge, oh my God, I see up your skirt.
Zoom in on certain people, but to me it seemed very the sort of surveillance was optimized for physical security rather than the type of security that I would argue matters a lot as well, which is like it is related to physical security, but it is like, you know, the hate and harassment and abuse, and we'll get into that. So let's talk about the Emmy Rose situation, because I think this was the most clear security breach. Like, I just want to be clear, I'll say it again, I think this was such a catastrophic failure. It was horrible what happened to her. It was completely unacceptable. It's a nightmare. I've been assaulted on the job before. It's awful. I completely empathize with what the sort of the threats that people like her have to deal with. The fact that she was assaulted and it was her security guard that stepped in and not Twitch's security or the police that were around, that Twitch's security and the police just let him walk out of the venue was absurd. I think talent probably should have been behind tables with security guards on each side. That's what they do for a lot of big celebrities at the Comic-Con and other events. When I did my book,
these are not big celebrities. These are Twitch streamers. Like, I hate to break it to you. Yes, they're part of this echelon of celebrity now, but are we really going to try to make a drastic comparison of someone of the stature of...
How's my dick supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, man?
Off of a Beyonce, and are we really going to try to compare that with a Kai Cenat? Oh, I have no ammo. Ram it in my illustrious cat. I have no ammo. Well, I got ammo now, but it's not enough. I need a gun. I don't have any ammo.
Or I had to be behind a table at public events because I had so many threats and people threatening to harm me. But it seemed like this was just like a massive lapse in, keeping women safe at the convention.
100%. And I also think that that really goes to show, and this is reflective of just like policing and security in general, but this rhetoric that like men in the vicinity will protect women, this is a perfect example of why that is not the case. It was her personal security guard who stepped in, but you do have all of these men who are tasked with security standing around who just did not intervene, and that is not irregular. Like, that is a reflection of what happens when women go to the police and report.
Oh, God. It's somehow still the men's fault. Wait, so... her security guard did the right thing in protecting his client, but the problem still lies with these men who had security guards that I guess they also didn't send them that way. Well, I don't mean to be a dick, but they're not paid to protect other people. They're paid to protect the person that paid them to protect them. Now, as scummy as what I just said is, it's a fact. When these people get contracted to work, they're not contracted to help other people unless that other person is like with the person that paid them. I'm sorry that this is the unfortunate reality we live in, but that's how it goes.
Or that they've been assaulted or that they're being harassed. Like, it is not taken seriously. And I think that this just really does go to show why putting people in these positions, like men protecting women, it doesn't play out in real life. If anything, putting more men, more security in the situation can become more of a danger to women because you can't necessarily trust those specific individuals who have been tasked with like security.
So now it went from there wasn't enough security to, hey, her security guard, which she paid for, did his job, but it's still somehow the man's fault. It's like, what?
I was so appalled when I heard that Emmy Reed said that they were like laughing or sort of laughing off the incident. Like, I can understand if she was laughing because she has been through trauma, and often the trauma response would be to kind of like laugh it off and downplay it. But the people around her should have recognized how egregious and terrifying that was. And there's a few things that happened too that I think show why more security does not mean more safety. First of all, this man who assaulted her was not a known entity. He wasn't on her like stalkers list. This was just a bad actor who went through the security checks. He didn't have, seemingly any sort of record that would have been flagged. He was able to buy a ticket. He was able to, cut across some lines, but people cut across lines. That doesn't inherently mean that they're going to like violate someone. I think the point is that like he had a badge. He was a registered ticket holder. He had every right. Say he had waited in line to do that. That would have been just as bad. I don't think you can know people's intention. And that's what's so scary, right? Is that like somebody could just wait in line and have the intention to harass or attack a woman, and they could do that, right?
Yes. And I even saw someone suggest that like as an increased measure of security, they could have like a security guard walk each individual person up to do the meet and greet. But again, would that have stopped him from assaulting her? No. And
we are not certain about that. Yes, it's bold to assume that, if you just add all the security, nothing's going to happen, because there's always going to be that dangerous motherfucker who's just risk it for the biscuit. But the problem in that is we won't know, which is like the drastically sick, unfortunate part. You never really know, because you could think, all right, we got this place perfectly fucking secured. Boom, a bomb goes off. It's like, now we got to have a conversation about, now we got to bring in the bomb squad and we got to make sure that everything's here. It's like, we won't know, unfortunately, until it happens. And at that point, it's a matter of making sure, like, all right, now that it's happened, what can we do to make sure that casualty doesn't strike? And make sure that people remain as safe as possible in the midst of this stupid fucking tragedy. And I'm saying tragedy isn't like a bomb going off, somebody bringing a gun in, or, someone being assaulted. All viable potential fucking options that are tragic, that unfortunately, even with security, there's the possibility that, nothing changes for the better in that moment. Because you're having to, as I've stated in the past, do the most dangerous thing under the sun, which is put your trust in humans.
I feel like this also sort of like reflects this kind of underlying desire to control other people and to be able to like predict when someone is going to become violent, like to be able to respond to things in advance of them happening, which at a very basic level just is not possible. And I think a lot of people's reaction of like, we need more security, we need like more people out there. I understand where it comes from. It comes from like a primal fear of not being able to know when you're in danger and not being able to like keep yourself out of danger 100% of the time, which is also where security fear comes from.
I mean, I just think, like you said, it's so scary because I think there were tables available for the creators. Most creators stand in front. They want, they're incentivized to give their fans hugs. When I talk to other creators about like, hey, why weren't you behind a table with two security?
Boy, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was a big enough streamer or YouTuber to go to an event If you motherfuckers try to hug me, you might well just start filing that police report because you getting shot. You're getting shot. Nope. Leon, no. Is this the Quickie Mart? Leon, no touch. You're getting shot.
Security guards are like, well, my fans want to take selfies. Like influencers especially are encouraged, and both of us have written so much about this, like encouraged to develop these parasocial fandoms. If you seem inaccessible, I mean, look at the response to Cutie Cinderella and the other female streamers that decided not to go.
No hugs. You better do me that. You better do me that nigga nod from a distance. You better nod your head up. Be like, what's up? That about as good as you gonna get. That about as good as your ass gonna fucking get. Anything else, you pushing it. Anything else require you to pay for it. You want a hug? $700. You want to talk to me? $10,000.
Go. They were lambasted and dragged through the mud. Caroline Kwan had a security guard with her, and people were attacking her and criticizing her, like, oh, who do you think you are? You know, you need security. Like, yes, she does. I was even nervous myself. I had 2 men travel to TwitchCon specifically to confront me, you know, because of some beef that they have perceived, you know, with me and some streamer. I have no streamer beef, but like, you know, whatever, because I'm talked about on these people's channels. I have a very well-known stalker who constantly tries to attend events that I'm at. Like, I had to be escorted out of a VidCon panel a couple years ago by 4 security guards. Right after the panel, I wasn't even allowed to at the front of VidCon that year.
Oh, it sounds like they protected you. It sounds like they did their job in making sure that you remain safe from a harm that you knew about that could potentially, or maybe outright, showed up to fucking tell you about it.
Whoa, now!
Because I had a streamer fan actually threatening to assault me. And like I said, I have been assaulted on the job. So I just say all that to say that like you and I both know what it's like, not to mention all the harassment that we receive online. Like we know what it's like to suffer this sort of gender-based violence. And I think that like if we want to talk about what keeps women safe, it's not just like more cops standing around doing nothing. Like that is not going to prevent this stuff. It's not more like face scanning or whatever. It is fundamentally changing the culture of what's permissible and acceptable. Because that man knew that he could walk up, do that, and walk out. And he was right. Look at some of the other appalling behavior that we saw at TwitchCon where these men...
Seems like it would have benefited with some more security potentially, because if I'm a criminal and I'm noticing like, you know, there's lax security and there's lax reactions around said security, boy, I'm about to try to get away with whatever I want. I'm about to try to get away with some great shit right now. I'm not about to sit here and try to, you know, play the game of being on top of shit. Like I'm about to try to get away with some shit just so I could feel sanguine about what it is I'm doing. Marge! Shoot, Marge! Marge! Marge!
Men, these IRL streamers were rating women, degrading women, harassing and abusing women. We had featured creators like Neon, right, saying the most misogynistic stuff, harassing women. These are partners.
Saying something is not the same as doing the thing, just so we're clear.
Content creators, right? These are people that Twitch has like given the seal of approval to.
Yeah, these are people like, I think about how Neon has like a publicist, and I've received PR pitches over the past week, like, do you want to interview this guy?
He was with Iggy Azalea.
Exactly, and it's like, this to me echoes so many of the issues that people don't take seriously. People don't take gendered violence seriously in general, and there's this idea that like online harassment, which directly escalates and leads to these incidences, is not taken seriously, and this idea that like police protect women, which is just so far removed from reality, which is that actually like police endanger women.
Leon, I have an idea. Hugs would be $100,000. High fives would be $500,000. Extra $30,000 if you want to do that weird hand stuff during the high five. At that point, I'm just charging you $1 million for being in the same room with me. I like my idea. $1 million to be in the same room as me. Yeah. I like that idea. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. See, I'm taking your idea and I'm making it better. Yeah. Sir. Yes, sir, Bob.
One Twitch streamer that I spoke to about this incident gave me a quote that I've been thinking about a lot. And he said, what happened at TwitchCon was to a very significant degree unavoidable. Not because there weren't enough barriers to accessing VIPs, checkpoints, or staff training, but because this is a Twitch culture issue. Rape culture and hypermisogyny are rampant on the platform from top to bottom.
How did we go from a time in Twitch's lifespan where Twitch was viewed as like the softcore porn website to now it's rape culture? And what the fuck does Discord have to do with it? Discord is a cesspool. Discord is a cesspool. Like let's be clear here. Let's be clear here. Discord is a cess fucking pool. Yes, sir. We know this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Entire Discord and subreddits are dedicated to stalking and harassing women, POC, LGBTQ streamers. There can't be safety for women at these events until the company takes their concerns seriously on the platform. I thought this was so true and accurate. You know, I interviewed Dan Clancy at TwitchCon. I asked him about the Emmy incident. He gave, you know, kind of a PR bullshit answer. But I also asked him why there weren't more women.
Oh, so that's to me. If I'm Dan Clancy, I'm not doing interviews with you ever again, because if we're doing these interviews and you sit there and tell and later say that, oh, his answers were the bullshit PR, I'm like, oh, well, thanks. All that goodwill that you're drumming up is terrible. And then in the future, if you're doing interviews with people and they're giving you answers and then later you're calling them bullshit PRs, like, why would anybody want to do an interview with you ever again if you're just going to say their answers are nothing but bullshit?
Women streamers on the platform, and he didn't have a good response. And to me, I don't cover Twitch as much as I do other platforms, but that is in part because it is such a male-dominated space. It is a culture issue to me, where if you look at the biggest creators on the platform, a lot of them are deeply, deeply misogynistic and hateful.
For all of this information you just gave me, ma'am.
Don't you and Kamal have a Discord? Incorrect. Kamal has a Discord.
And this culture pervades Twitch in a way that I don't think it pervades other platforms.
100%. And it doesn't surprise me that you would see then like a heightened sort of like safety concern for women on Twitch. It also makes me think about how like when I look at instances at past conventions that I've been to, a lot of times it is featured creators who are being violent toward other featured creators, like oftentimes male creators being violent toward women. And this occurs like in the privacy of people's hotel rooms. This occurs like in VIP creators.
Well, that sounds like somebody needs to be going to jail. If this is happening, if this ain't even happening at TwitchCon for everybody to see, and this shit happening in the privacy of hotel rooms, oh, niggas need to be in jail.
This occurs at after parties where only like featured creators are allowed to be. And the reason for that is because safety does not have to do with like who's allowed in what area or who has what wristband. Safety.
I'm sorry. Go back. There's a big reason why people don't know VTuber Shy Lily discusses people allegedly getting roofied at TwitchCon parties. First of all, we got to play this game with the word allegedly, because I feel like if you're aware that somebody's potentially getting drugged, that should be something where everybody in the room gets questioned by the police. Like, hello? I think one of the reasons, because there could be many reasons why people don't take it seriously and people don't know, it's because motherfuckers are throwing that word allegedly around when that's a crime. Drugging people is a crime. And the people who host the party should be called into scrutiny for this shit.
Are allowed to be. And the reason for that is because safety does not have to do with like who's allowed in what area or who has what wristband. Safety involves like cultural misogyny and the ability for men to be violent toward women and face zero repercussions. And when women come forward about these things, they're not taken seriously, and they're often punished more for speaking up than the men who actually assaulted them or harassed them are for doing these criminal acts.
Yeah, I also just think about the stuff that happened around TwitchCon, because of course you have the convention itself, and then you have these parties. Now, previous TwitchCons, there have been people roofied at parties, women have been assaulted.
Skelly, were you roofied at your Twitch party? Even though you're not a woman, you're non-binary, you still got boobs. Were you roofied? I don't even know if Skelly's still here. Skelly threw it back. Doc, did you roofie Skelly? I know you were there. Doc, were you roofied? Even though you're a man, so you know you're part of the problem, apparently. Were you roofied? Or were you doing the roofying?
This year we had people like Jack.
I'm going to hell for a lot of shit.
Doherty, this like kick streamers show up and start antagonizing, saying slurs, antagonizing people. There was all these other sort of like kick streamers and people on Rumble. Rumble's a right-wing video platform. Kick is this sort of like content for moderation free, like, you know, streaming competitor to Twitch. The creators on those platforms are some of the most toxic people on the internet. You also have people on Pump.fun live streaming, these crypto trolls that bought tickets that came in that even were antagonizing Dan Clan.
Skelly, hi Skelly. Were you roofied? Did you get drugged? Also, when are we going to play RV there yet again? Don't say today, because today's football day. Today's football day. Nah, I wasn't roofied. So you were doing the roofying. Don't say today. I'm not playing any games today with people. I'm watching football. Well, let me be more specific. I'm not playing any PC games with people today. I'm watching football. And we got 30 more minutes and I'm out of here.
Etc. And not antagonizing.
Speed it up.
Dan Clancy in a good way, right? Like not antagonizing him to make things safer, but in a negative way. And so I think it's just so hard as well, because streaming culture rewards outrage. And I think a lot of these people have made a name for themselves online by going up and harassing women, attacking people, like being awful. And they can just buy tickets to this convention and get their content. They know that there will be these prominent women here who they can harass.
And so much of this stems from the objectification of women, which is a huge problem on Twitch because it reflects the broader trends of objectifying women in society. And so when I think about Twitch and its issues with women, I think also about things like community guidelines that patrol women's body parts, how that's been a really controversial issue on Twitch. And the way that the community often responds to these things is to further objectify women, to further sexualize women. And the problem is when men don't view women as equal to them, when they don't view them as people, when they do view them as these sexual objects, that is where this type of violence stems from. So you can't stop this type of violence.
Just so we're all clear, I view all of you women, except conservative women, as equal to me. You conservative women, you know where you need to go.
Until you attack the ideology.
In the kitchen, where you fucking champion yourself. Okay? That's not me just saying that out of the blue. That's the world you want to live in. So get in the kitchen and maybe we'll talk about respect.
Behind it, and that can never be solved with like security measures. It has to be a broader cultural effort.
Which is why all of these men online, a lot of them, don't give a fuck about women's safety. Like, we have the loudest voices in the room claiming to, protect Emiru and care about, violence against women. Blah, blah, blah. If people like Ethan Klein, who is simultaneously launching misogynistic hate campaigns against countless women, including myself and you, I think of these like live stream fail or this like, these weird like drama slop accounts that have been posting every single thing that I have said about this Twitch incident, right? And trying to make it seem like somehow like I don't care about women's safety, which is fucking crazy.
You've presented it as, oh, it's upsetting that it happened, but now I'm going to take this and circumvent it to start talking about how men are the problem, which invalidates the conversation, muddies the water. And when you're sitting there saying, oh, Twitch security was actually fine over here, when the conversation is about a woman getting walked up on and assaulted because of the lack of security around her and potentially other people, yeah, you come across as you're mitigating it. You're not making it as big as a deal as it is because it didn't happen to you. And that's the sick part with a lot of people. They talk with such a lack of care with things because it didn't happen to them. Need I remind you of the article that we read like 4 days ago? Matter of fact, pulling it up. I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up. Yeah. Then we go over here. Need I remind y'all of the article that says, and I quote, after Trey Reed's death, I stayed quiet. Then my relative found a noose at work. When I read about the death of Trey Reed, a black man found hanging in Mississippi, I became upset. I did not immediately believe the early reports calling it a suicide. The South has proved time and again that it can cover up injustices against black people. Stories like this reopen wounds we never fully heal from. But I always comforted myself in distance. Isn't there something about silence meaning violence to these people? But I always comforted myself with distance. I would get down about these injustices, but they never hit close to me until recently. Oh. So it didn't really hold too much weight until it happened to somebody you knew. That's crazy. Now compare your family member getting a noose in their workplace to another family whose family member is dead. Yeah, good job.
Crazy to the point that this female streamer Sinna, who's very well known, who she was even saying like, Taylor Lorenz started repeating a bunch of libs of TikTok conspiracies about me. Like, no hate to Sinna, I don't think she probably even knows my work. Like, this woman is probably dealing with a lot herself. But you see this content sort of repackaged to further misogynistic hate campaigns, right? To further this misogynistic hate campaign against me and you and others who actually report on gender-based violence. And I think that's what's so disturbing as well is the weaponization of violence against women to further violent campaigns against women.
This is back to the basics of just like conservative rhetoric in general. And like spaces like live stream fails, they lean conservative, they use slurs, they make fun of marginalized people. Like they contribute to this very ideology that puts women in danger.
You're showing, see, the problem with what you're showing is people defending Hassan in like this really bad way. And I don't mean to break it to you, lady that I do not know, and Taylor Lorenz, but you are susceptible to criticism. Now let me stop right there. For the one person in the room who's hearing me, but you're too much of a pussy. No. Criticism is not the same as somebody threatening your life. No, I don't view criticism as planning to go wherever these people are and follow them and attack them. That belongs in jail. But I'm not about to walk on eggshell by criticizing a woman who gives a take online and having somebody try to breathe down my neck and saying, oh, you see that right there? That's going to lead to her being attacked. No. Just like how I criticized, Skelly, cover your ears. Just like how I criticized that non-binary person who thought it would be a great idea to start an open campaign to harass a game developer. And I had a few people trying to tell me, oh, this is an attack on transgenders and non-binary. No, this is me criticizing a poor idea about how to get accurate representation in a fucking video game. Because, I'm sorry, trying to openly harass one game developer, who's Skelly? Skelly's this ugly mutant. I'm just playing. Skelly Doc, is Skelly gone? Make sure Skelly's gone. I don't need him hearing this. Skelly's my friend. I play games with Skelly on the regular. We play games like Repo. And apparently I was drunk when we played Fortnite, but I don't remember. Yeah. You know? Skelly's a creature like the rest of my friends. If you think I'm disrespectful to strangers, you should hear the obscene shit I say to people that I consider friends. It's like, I'd be arrested for terrorist propaganda for the shit I say to my own friends. Ungodly levels of opportunistic bibble babble. You understand me? You understand me? Drunk Leon sounds like a vibe. Drunk Leon just, you know how they got the drunk people who like hit people, and then you got the drunk people who are like, oh, I love you all. I love you all. I'm the drunk person that's going to start spouting the most inconsistent ramble under the sun. And the sick part is, I'm going to be drunk, but it's going to be complete sentences. It doesn't matter who you are, Leon will sell you for an air fryer. That's true. That is true. Your lives all mean nothing if I could get like the most premium, pristine air fryer. Which, by the way, I found one very recently. It's black. It's huge. It has like 3 compartments. It has 3 compartments that I could put things in. If I was in a hostage situation and motherfucker said, kill your friend and we'll give you this air fryer, the sentence won't even be finished. They will already be dead. Hand me that air fryer. Thank you.
It's also so ironic to me that Ethan Klein would act like he cares about women's safety and women on Twitch and misogyny on Twitch, when I think about famously he like couldn't stop himself from laughing at QT Cinderella when she was talking about being deepfaked and having her like.
If I seem to remember, there's context missing from this. Air fryers are ass. I want you to watch what's about to happen to you, buddy. I want you to watch. I want you to watch it. That racist rhetoric right there won't be allowed. That level of racism right there won't be allowed. No. No.
Exploited. Like, he mocked her, and then when he tried to apologize for it, he like mocked her again. So it's like these individuals who are pushing these campaigns are so clearly coming at it from a bad faith perspective because they demonstrably not only do they not care about women's safety, but they are part of the problem.
Oh great. I just opened Twitter and the top comment is Ethan Klein responds to Taylor Lorenz claiming he's leading a misogynistic harassment campaign. I don't know what you're talking about, you lunatic psychopath. She's crazy.
I necessarily don't even believe that you opened Twitter and saw that. There's the possibility that you did, which, you know, fine. Harley, my darling, hello. Also, look, it's Marge. Oh, wait. Well, yeah, it's still Marge. And Homer. They're trying to kill their children.
He keeps lecturing our community, which is majority female, about how dangerous women. Ethan Klein, women can also participate in misogynistic hate campaigns. They're actually often a core part of it.
I keep seeing people say, like, wait until you find out that most misogynistic comments are made by women. And I'm like, wait until you find out. Like, you guys know nothing about feminism. This has been a core feature of the feminist movement for its entire existence.
I'm sorry. Why are we pulling up the Johnny Depp trial? Why Johnny Depp trial juror speaks out in new book. Women on the jury were tougher on Amber Heard than the men. That's because she was in the wrong. She was in the wrong. What are we talking? Strike one.
Like, people who actually care about
Matter of fact, strike two just because it's about to be 11:50.
women's safety are fully aware that women perpetuate misogyny. It is like these misogynistic men who have no grasp of what they're even talking about.
And they tokenize women, right? They tokenize the women in their community to say, like, oh, look, you know, all these women support me. And it is such like Republican politics as well. I mean, you mentioned this is sort of this conservative ideology. You know, I posted this online, but it's like, let me direct a torrent of harassment and abuse towards a female journalist and repeat right-wing smears about her to thousands of people to show how much I care about women's safety. Like, it's also like you see this a lot in the UK where they weaponize, or here, right, with immigrants, right, where they weaponize, you know, the rape of a woman by an undocumented person, or violence against women to hate on trans women, to hate on marginalized groups, and women's pain and violence, you know,
Alleged mom whose daughter was allegedly raped and murdered by a illegal immigrant tears into judges trying to stop Trump's deportation flights. What? What are you signifying with this story? What are you tying this to? Like, what are you trying to tie this to? Like, your harassment against women and how they go down the alt-right pipeline? Like, a mom who has to deal with her child being raped Of course she's gonna get mad if somebody tries to stop any form of like punishment towards them. The fuck?
Of a woman by an undocumented person, or violence against women to hate on trans women, to hate on marginalized groups. And women's pain and violence against women is so often weaponized to push right-wing reactionary causes. And this is
like it's being weaponized right now to fixate on whatever it is you're trying to make people fixate on. It's like, regardless, any topic will be used as a weapon for something else. Don't believe me? Look at Charlie Kirk and how his corpse is still being used. They are pushing that motherfucker's dead body. They are pushing it.
No different. It reminds me of while campaigning, Donald Trump said that he would protect women whether they like it or not. And then as soon as he was put back in office, his administration defunded pathways for women to report when they were sexually violated by federal agents. So it's like you see this cycle over and over again where the idea of protecting women and women's safety has been so thoroughly weaponized by the right that it's actually used as a cudgel as they take away protections from women, as they objectify women, and ultimately as they enact this violence toward women.
which is the ideology that a lot of these men support. Like, they do not support actual accountability. They don't want Twitch to rid itself of this culture of misogyny. It's a culture that
I do. I would like Twitch to be a platform where I could just stream and have a little fun. I would love that. I would. Krusty. What is this Krusty shit? Oh, is Krusty the boss over here?
they benefit from a lot of these male Twitch streamers. They benefit from this culture of misogyny. They benefit, by having women objectified. Like, they don't want to change the culture. They just want more security theater that doesn't keep women safe. And they don't actually care about women's safety.
100%. I think, like, when I was reading some of the commentary about this situation, I even saw people using it as, like, another excuse to bring up Amber Heard from the perspective of, like, not believing that Amber Heard is a victim. And people on Twitch were major contributors to the idea that, like, Amber Heard was an abuser and she wasn't a victim. And I'm like, how can you sit there and not believe Amber Heard and pretend that you care about women's safety? If you don't believe Amber
Am I supposed to believe the word of people who didn't pay attention to that fucking trial? What is going on here? What are we talking about? What am I listening to? What the actual fuck? That trial was the significant push in how she was an abuser. But because LOL, women too weak to abuse? Like, what are we talking about?
Heard, just like bar none, like, you don't care about women's safety. And time again, like, this platform and every other platform have contributed to, like, these mass gaslighting events where women's pain is exacerbated under the guise of, like, caring about abuse. It's so ridiculous and it's so maddening. And these men don't, like, they choose not to see through it because they know that they will ultimately benefit from upholding these systems of misogyny.
I'm not benefiting from shit that doesn't have anything to do with me. Why in the fuck do you think it's possibly acceptable to falsely characterize one story for another one? Like, why? Why do you think that to be possible to do? That doesn't make any fucking gotcha, bitch. That don't make any sense.
I also think that, I wrote about this recently in relation to, like, the Hassan Piker dog collar incident, but you see these out of context clips constantly used and weaponized in these campaigns. And I think that actually that video of that person scanning their wristband and how misrepresented that was is, like,
Hassan wanted rich women to be raped.
the perfect example of this. Like, people coalesce around a narrative, and it's a motivated narrative. Like, in this case, a lot of these top streamers hate Dan Clancy. I have no allegiance to Dan Clancy. He could be a terrible CEO. Like, I've only reported the company, like, marginally, but, like, I'm not here to, like, cap for any tech CEO. So, whatever. But they're sort of motivated to push him out and to show him as this failure. And they think that sort of, like, maybe leveraging this event will further that goal. And so they launch this, like, essentially a disinformation campaign where they're sort of, like, taking all these out of context clips, mischaracterizing them, and using them to push this narrative. And it's really frustrating to me because we both reported on this a lot. But, like, the way people get information now is from this, like, Awk 3000 account or whatever, which is, like, some teenage, streamer fan. Like, these sort of, like, these distributed news systems, these Reddit accounts, etc. People that aren't
Yes. And that's kind of dumb too. Just like how information from you is kind of not useful either.
doing actual reporting, right? People that aren't calling up the company that
It seems like there's not a way to trust information anymore because everybody's so focused on what's that word? Oh, likes, the algorithm, financial gain. And they gotta hope that no one catches on to, like, a real degree.
that, makes those scanners or calling up whatever, or they're just, like, emailing a customer service rep, right? Like in the Hassan dog collar situation, like, they don't actually do any reporting. They don't go to look at the actual caller, right? They're just, like, doing slop content basically that mimics journalism. But they even when presented with,
And wasn't it proven that was a shock collar? And also, who gives a fuck that he shocked the dog? Who cares? Who cares? Fuck that dog.
with any sort of facts that counter their preconceived belief, they double down, they triple down. You cannot convince them that what they've seen is wrong because they keep saying, well, how can I, so you're saying I can't trust my own eyes.
It's so exhausting, and it is so reminiscent of, like, the rhetoric that we saw during Debbie Heard, which has informed so much of, like, how these events are consumed on the internet and who is granted credibility and who is taken seriously. I also think, like, another great
I care. Fuck you, Natanya. Of course you care. Of course you care.
ongoing example of why surveillance doesn't keep women safe is this ongoing viral discourse around the DoorDash TikTok incident.
Yes, for people that don't know, this
Oh God. please, this about to be strike 3. Please say this correctly. You have to say this correctly. Now, for anyone who doesn't know about the DoorDash situation, a DoorDash worker who was a woman did an order for a customer who is a man. And she goes to the home and sees that the man is passed out asleep naked with his nuts out. And she's like, what the fuck? And so she records it. And then posted on TikTok for people to see. And then went on this mass crying campaign that DoorDash fired her for being sexually assaulted. And DoorDash responded by saying, no, we didn't fire you for being assaulted. We fired you because you posted a naked man's body online, which is a direct violation into their online safety rules that they have. And it's led to all this stupid fucking discourse about, oh, she pushed the door open. And Skelly, if you're still here, which I think you're not, Della tried his hardest to use that fucking conspiracy and has still not shown me video evidence that she pushed the door open. Here's how this story begins and ends. He's a dumbass for leaving his door open and falling asleep, passing out, being drunk and passing out, and leaving his door open with his nuts out. He's susceptible to be robbed. She's a dumbass for posting that online. She could have just recorded that and given it to DoorDash and the police. She put that shit on TikTok for other people to see. That's the end of it. Anything else, no one knows. I see motherfuckers bringing up false reports of a different individual and now having to walk it back because they might be getting sued. You motherfuckers are stupid.
This DoorDash woman, this delivery woman, came up to a door delivery. This man ordered delivery. The door was wide open. This man had his pants down and, was sort of appeared to be sleeping. We don't know if he was actually asleep. Theoretically, he was probably not asleep because he did order the DoorDash order and had exposed himself to this woman. She recorded that. She posted that online. She was promptly fired from DoorDash for violating privacy guidelines. I guess like filming a customer without his consent. Okay, fine. But the point is that she recorded a sexual.
Yes. That's the reason she was fired. Not, oh, whatever. That's the real reason.
Assault, as you mentioned. This led to this days of discourse and abuse, and now we have this AI smear campaign happening right now where essentially she's being attacked and re-victimized, and people claiming all sorts of things about her.
100%. And it's like, that to me is such a perfect example of why surveillance doesn't keep women safe, because these types of clips can always be weaponized against women. Like, it's so frustrating because at the end of the day, like, if the ideology blames women for violence that happens to them, then no amount of security or proof or evidence will ever be enough. And we see this time and time again. And in fact, having all this material has only served to make this woman less safe. But if she hadn't captured that video, nobody would believe her. And even with that video, people still don't believe her. So it's like...
I believe she went to that fucking door and saw a naked man and felt uncomfortable enough to record it and send it to her employer, because what's not being stated is he can't go on DoorDash anymore because of this. He can't go on DoorDash because of this anymore. What needs to be stated here is that she violated a company's rule about posting shit in the invasion of privacy on social media. She did. That's why they're both dumbasses. A dumbass for being naked and having the door wide open for anybody to see. Fuck the fact that it's a woman that called him a grown adult. A kid could have saw that shit. And now you got a whole different conversation coming up. This is not a one or the other. It's two dumbasses who've put themselves in a dumbass situation, and it's both their faults. The only thing that needs to be expanded upon is how blind and belligerent people are online when it comes to information. Because why the fuck are people saying they saw a video on Reddit showing her just kicking the door open? I don't know. Why are people lying, saying that they got... Well, I know why they're lying, because they want traction online. And now they're giving out apologies to the girl. It's like, no, you dumbasses lied for clout. You dumbasses lied because it was a story that was trending, and there was really no evidence to disprove you, so you ran with it. And now the dumbass girl online with a whole different campy attitude. It's like, oh, well... I'm here now to speak about it in a calm manner instead of just like blatantly saying DoorDash fired me for reporting my sexual assault. Fuck them, rah. It's like you should have did that from jump. And it's like you still would have got criticized because, you know, you posted a naked man's body online. But there would have been a chance for you in a hilariously different way. But no, you decided social media garnered your attention more than your actual job.
It really is a lose-lose situation for women and girls, like, time and time again.
Exactly. I mean, I am just so appalled because when you see that video of the man with his pants down, right? Like, and of course we can't know the motivations, blah, 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 blah. Whether that was intentional or not, that is sexual abuse, right? Like, that is appalling what happened. But people are litigating. Oh, well, why did she do this? Why did she do this? The video is so quickly weaponized against her. And that is what a lot of video evidence.
She didn't have to post it online. She could have kept that between her and DoorDash, and potentially, if you want to go that route, the police. And I would not have been mad at her. I would not have had a fucking problem. If this was kept between her and the fucking one time, it would have been perfectly fine in my eyes. But you're leaving that part out on purpose because you want to create your point about how women can't do shit without being scrutinized, objectified, and vilified, which I can't work with you on because you're leaving out the accountability of the woman in her action of posting it online. Does everybody realize that if she doesn't post this shit online and if she just brings it to DoorDash, she still has a job? Like, I hope everyone knows that.
It does, right? Like, I mean, the Amber Heard thing is a perfect example too, where like you saw even photographs of her own bruises were litigated. Like, there is no amount of evidence or surveillance or whatever that could possibly vindicate.
We're ignoring the audio where she's bragging about hitting this motherfucker and a bitten off finger and all this shit. Okay.
You know, woman, because people have already decided that the woman is the villain and the woman is guilty and she is the aggressor and she's.
Wait, when's the game? Oh, it's now. Oh, well, everybody, it's football time. Fuck these dumb motherfuckers. They're misconstruing information so that they can make a fucking point. It's disastrous. It does not help any fucking person in these subject matters when you're leaving out context so that you could bloviate about something. Everybody, get out. Get the fuck. Be gone.